Hello and welcome. My name is Graham Spencer, and I'm a doctoral student at Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. I have been enrolled in standards-based reflective leadership practices over the last 2 semesters, and this video is the culmination of my experience observing and participating in leadership opportunities in various schools in MNPS and at the district level. As I set out on my field experience journey, I was very intentional about wanting to see a variety of leadership perspectives because, while I would love to be at my school for the next 22 years, the chance of being involved in leadership there is small. As such, I sought out multiple experiences across Metro Nashville Public Schools with varied leaders to create a diverse and well-rounded field experience. During this culminating video, I will first introduce the theme of my field experience, second, share the key takeaways of my field experience, third, reflect on key moments from my field experience, and then fourth, share my next steps and professional goals. Without further ado, let's dive in. As I completed my field experience journey, I saw leaders of varied skills and along different paths down their own leadership journeys. Some leaders were true all-stars, and others, while having their glows, had room to grow. However, as I cheered on former students at their high school soccer games, attended discipline meetings, completed budgets, had parent conferences at Parents Food Truck, there's one common theme amongst all the leaders I worked with. Do what's best for our students, and support our teachers who are supporting our students. Do what's best for our students and support our teachers who are supporting our kids each and every day with each decision we make as leaders. Stemming from this theme, there are 3 key takeaways I would like to share from my field experience. First, good leaders in education put students first in every decision. Great leaders in education put students and their teachers who are supporting their students first in every decision. This is not to say that in order to be a great leader in education, one must supply every dream of each teacher in their building. Rather, it is to consider how a decision will impact a teacher's ability to support their students. It is ideal to even be able to include teachers in thinking through big ideas. No matter how much a leader supports and seeks input from teachers, there will be many necessary decisions that are unfavorable to some or even all teachers. When decisions that may be vastly unpopular must be made, there should come with a conversation to explain the decisions and the needs that are driving this decision. Second, financial decisions are rarely easy. Serving as athletic director at Goodlettsville Middle, vice president of the Metropolitan Nashville Education Association, and a member of the MNPS Insurance Trust, I have had to create many budgets and make tough financial decisions that impact the people I care about. Very, very, very rarely have there been a surplus of money in any budget I've had to work with. This leads to a need to make strategic financial decisions, which can include cuts to offering, services, or benefits, and can lead to increased costs. When making tough financial decisions, I found it was very helpful to have a diverse network of trusted colleagues from across our district to pitch ideas to and to get feedback from. These diverse perspectives allowed me to see potential issues I hadn't considered and could sometimes lead to alternate solutions. When developing this network, it is important to me to have educators from a variety of cultures, races, experience, gender, parts of our community, opinion, and roles within our district. My third takeaway is that it is important to own your work and your role as a leader. No job in education is easy, and that is especially true for leaders in education. The roles come with long hours and constant needs. As such, it's important to own your work and the decisions you make as your own. As a leader, even if you seek opinions and support from others, each decision you made ultimately comes down to you. Additionally, as you own your role as a leader, it's important to model what you expect from your educators and your students through your own actions. Ultimately, colleagues and students will see the way that you lead and the way that you act and behave in the same way. It is imperative to treat each and every person you interact with at your school and in the community kindly and with respect. As a leader, your actions reflect on your school whenever you're in the community. Now that I've discussed my key takeaways, I'd like to share some of my favorite and most impactful moments from my field experience. In order to increase family involvement, I took on improving and increasing family communication at my school. My goal was to ensure that every family was informed about the events happening at our school. Over the course of the year, I implemented remind messaging to all families for school information, which allows for automatic translation to families' preferred languages. regularly updated our school marquee in English and Spanish to inform our community about school events and celebrations, launched Facebook and Instagram pages to share the excellent work going on at our school, and I rewrote our entire school website to include up-to-date, relevant, and accurate information. In order to cultivate a community of care for our students that extends well beyond the classroom or their time at our school, I attended the high school soccer games with my former students. It is important that our students know that our investment in care for them does not stop when they leave our school. I attended the National Education Association's Leadership Summit to learn how to build capacity in our schools, develop differentiated professional learning opportunities to support the varied areas of growth for my colleagues, and create and develop curriculum and assessments that are data-driven and support all learners. We also heard from some pretty cool speakers. While representing teachers, I got to witness the way that principals handle difficult conversations with educators as staffing needs change to better support student literacy achievement, leading to displacement or changed jobs. And finally, so as not to end on a sadder note, I regularly visited the food truck of one of our families to provide check-ins on their students, while also enjoying the best tacos. After hearing about my experiences, you may be wondering what my goals and aspirations are, but even if you're not, I'll tell you. First and foremost, I want to put our kids and our community first. My goal for my career in education is always to do what's best for our students and to have the biggest impact I can. If this means that I teach 7th grade for the next 22 years, I'll be more than content. However, I'm also ready and prepared if another opportunity presents itself. I know that I want to continue to work in the Metro Nashville Public Schools, where I have found my home. I love our MNPS community, from educators to students to families. Regardless of the position I find myself in, I will commit to myself to advocating for what is best for our students and the teachers who support their achievements. I will continue to show up to soccer games, have family meetings at food trucks. I will continue to push our legislators to better support public education and rally when they are not. I will continue to make sound fiscal decisions in any role I am in. And lastly, I will always strive to be my best self, to keep learning and growing, to support my family, my students, my community, even if that means being a diva therapist. I will strive to be the educator I want my daughter to have. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. I hope you've enjoyed hearing the highlights of my field experience. I'm so excited for what's to come.